The Theatre for Change concept is gaining more ground and conquering more territories. This time, the National Troupe of Nigeria gets a rousing welcome from the nation's capital, Abuja. Plus, Kilani Abbas presents his latest body of works and so much more on this week's edition of the show. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Melinda Akinlami.
It is well to dream. As long as we live, we shall continue to dream.
When the National Troupe began this traveling theatre movement, a lot of people had their doubts. The funds were not available, but the idea was to reach out to people around the country so they can use the art to teach and preach peace and love. And this has taken them to another internally displaced persons camp, but this time it's in the nation's capital, Abuja. It's another collaboration between two federal parastatals, the National Troupe and the National Orientation Agency. Here, residents in Abuja are encouraged to do the right thing, fall in love with Nigeria.
You say you love Nigeria? Yes! You sit down on people's side.
It's a patriotism orientation concert which showcases the best of the arts, interpreted by professionals who display their skills at the Unity Park.
You say you love Nigeria. You come to work by 10 a.m. and sign 6 a.m. You sign out by 10 a.m. Then you call a friend of yours to help you sign out by 4 p.m.
The open-air arena provides just the right ambience to perform and attract a larger crowd. To buttress the theme, which is a salute to our fallen heroes, songs for our fighting forces. And indeed, there were loads of songs in this one. They also use a lot of costumes to allow the audience understand the story they are trying to tell, one that hopes to encourage unity, peace, and progress in the country.
We know you love Nigeria, but why is it that so waka pass you dey give me for free? You know they give me to leave him to talk, leave him to talk, because it is only in Nigeria that we all do I, me.
And when they are done, the next day, it's off to an IDP camp where the people there are really occupied. But they still take out time to enjoy the performance the National Troupe of Nigeria has brought here. It was a big hit at the camp in Bauchi. Yes, Muna, the story of how a people who lost their homes are trying to pick up the pieces by organizing themselves in groups and learning a trade. The Hausa language comes to the rescue once again. It's better to communicate in a way the people can understand, so they can take the lessons which mirror their present state. In the story, the men don't want to be left out and also follow suit. After enjoying and participating actively in this rarity, reality strikes. The lack of bare necessities still stare them in the face, and they hope something can be done about it pretty soon.
It's only one borehole that we are having here, so there is no water. If not, it have not been even long that they just brought the borehole. Before, there is no even water.
Here we don't have anything to do, just we are sit down.
Although the message in the drama makes some suggestions on the way to go and how they can think out of the box by learning a skill or two, the director of the National Troupe of Nigeria, Mr. Akin Adejuwon, also gives a piece of advice.
If not for you adults, but for the children, they can make money and have business in drama and music. Therefore, we come today, though we don't have money, we don't have fish, but we have the training that can make you go and make money.
The tour is still ongoing, and Art House will bring you up to speed with the next destination, but the National Troupe is also anxious to get feedback from the places they have already touched to see if the whole idea of moving across the country is actually making a difference. We never know where they'll head to next. I'm thinking southeast because that's one region that they have not been to yet. So fingers crossed that that's on the table. Now we'll look at some visual arts when we return. This artist just loves experimenting on new techniques. I'll give you details in a moment. Join us again.
He was commissioned for the decorations of National Theatre in Lagos and other parts of Nigeria for the Second World Black and African Festival of Art and Culture, FESTIC, in 1977. A painter, sculptor, graphic designer, and advertising director. He won many international laurels, among which was the prize won in 1950 Festival of Art in Lagos for his carvings. He attended a technical vocational institute for his training in art.